Tonight, open for business, the shopping season that never ends. More and more Americans are getting gift cards, but will they use them? It's a big windfall for the stores. I'm Russ Mitchell. Also tonight, wicked holiday weather. The Santa Ana winds knock out power to thousands with gusts as strong as a hurricane. Christmas in Iraq. Challenges remain, but Baghdad is a different place than it was a year ago. And home from the war, and not a moment too soon.
When he put his arms around me for the first time again, it was just, I feel safe.
A return to family life after a year on hold.
This is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. Katie is off tonight. A late burst of shopping helped salvage the holiday season for America's retailers, who posted a modest gain in sales over last year. But now they're looking ahead to another crucial few days. The week between Christmas and New Year's now accounts for 16% of all holiday sales, roughly $76 billion. One of the biggest sellers this year, gift cards. Seth Doan is New York City's Times Square tonight. Seth, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. Christmas Day kicks off another frenzied week at the stores. People return those items that they just didn't like and take advantage of deep discounts being offered. And this year, more than ever before, Russ, people are armed with gift cards.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Today, some stores like FAO Schwartz in New York City just couldn't deny people the pleasure of shopping on Christmas, allowing Emily Senegal the chance to pick out a new stuffed animal.
You can buy anything you want?
Yeah, but not too big.
Not too big. Nice.
One of the biggest gifts this season, though, may have been to retailers, as last-minute shoppers boosted what had initially been a dismal holiday season. On the weekend before Christmas, sales jumped nearly 19% over last year, with many opting to give the gift of shopping itself. Sales of gift cards this holiday are expected to hit $26 billion. That's up 42% from just 2 years ago.
Giving any gift cards this year?
I did, but
Retail analysts say stores see a real opportunity.
More retailers want to bring in new goods for the month of January and sell those goods at full price, given that consumers will be in the stores redeeming their gift cards.
We found John Kornfeld with 5 gift cards in his wallet.
Do you redeem these gift cards?
I rarely get the opportunity to. It's typically the stores you don't go into.
By some estimates, as many as 1 in 5 gift cards will never be redeemed. That's a nearly $5 billion gift to retailers.
Thank you. My name is Vanessa. Merry Christmas.
But for one day in this busy shopping season, it wasn't so much the buying that brought everyone out.
And it's just a blessing to be here together. The 6 of us together is such a gift.
You know, we spoke with a lot of people today who said they were just out enjoying the festive holiday spirit of Christmas Day. But experts say if you are one of the people holding onto these gift cards, you really should try to redeem them this week if possible, while there are still deep discounts being offered at stores. That way you'll really get more bang for your buck. Russ?
Seth Doan in New York City. Thanks so much. In Southern California today, Christmas blew in with a wallop. Dangerous winds whipped the Los Angeles area. Power lines went down, and authorities were on alert for a new round of fires. In the mountain states, the winds made Christmas a little too white. Drifting snow brought whiteout conditions to the roads. More now on the western winds. From John Blackstone.
In Southern California, an unwelcome Santa arrived this Christmas, Santa Ana. The winds that spread such devastating wildfires in October brought new danger. With flames close by, the Trujillo family evacuated their home in the San Fernando Valley.
Didn't you see me almost blowing backwards?
In Hollywood, the wind hindered firefighters trying to save an historic landmark known as the Little Country Church. The scene of early religious radio broadcasts and celebrity weddings was destroyed.
There have been reports of squatters that have been inside the building.
With winds gusting over 80 miles an hour, firefighters spent Christmas Day watching for new blazes. But fires weren't the only danger. Power poles and trees blew down. The Santa Anas turned loose scaffolding into potential projectiles.
Someone could get hurt, possibly killed.
With a tree blocking one Los Angeles street, a Good Samaritan cleared the road to help others get home in time for Christmas.
I drove by, you know, people were trying to get through and everything, and it was kind of tough.
In In other parts of the West, strong winds came with plenty of snow. In Colorado, a white Christmas was no dream. Highways were slushy, snow-packed, and dangerous. Denver spent Christmas Day under a winter storm warning. 4 to 8 inches of snow blown around by winds up to 40 miles an hour. In Utah, the Christmas scene was much the same, heavy snow and high winds. In Salt Lake City, it was a challenge just getting around. Of course, for those who needed to travel only by sled on this holiday, a few inches of snow was perhaps the best gift of all. Savoring the worst of winter can be the secret to enjoying it. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
In the Midwest, more digging out from those deadly weekend snowstorms. The Plains got another blast today, while in the upper Midwest, the death toll from weather-related car crashes stands at 22. Christmas travelers stranded on the roads and at airports try to get back on track today. More snow and rain is headed to the region tomorrow. Overseas, this was another deadly day in Iraq, where 2 suicide bombings in Baquba, north of Baghdad, apparently targeted volunteer patrols who were backed by the U.S. 10 people were killed. Meanwhile, in Beijing, at least 25 people were killed when a truck bomb went off near a security checkpoint at an oil facility. Still, there's been a marked decrease in the violence in Iraq. From Baghdad, here's Jeff Glore.
At 232 Field Artillery, there were some small arms firing.
You're about to see how the surge has changed Iraq.
1, 2, 3. Strike!
When Colonel Bill Hickman wants to visit his troops on Christmas, he goes into Baghdad's roughest, toughest neighborhoods, where for the first time his troops are now living at joint security stations.
Merry Christmas, man.
JSSs are new police stations set up in places like abandoned shopping malls, where American soldiers and Iraqi police work together. They become friends, then create friendships with neighbors.
The idea is to bring the government to the people and the people to the government.
Hickman travels by Humvee and on foot to see men like Calvin Williams, who won a Purple Heart on his first tour and came back for a second.
We know them and they know us, so they're not afraid to talk to us.
The military says the JSS strategy, the teamwork involved, has played a major role in quelling the violence in Baghdad, which by all accounts is a much different place than it was just a year ago.
This is my 3rd tour. The first 2, they didn't really look at us all that friendly, and now we're getting a lot more people to stand up.
At one stop, an Iraqi police commander shows off a new mosque that he hopes will cut across sectarian lines. But challenges remain. The biggest ones, not between Americans and Iraqis,
You're doing a great job.
but among Iraqis themselves. There are police, mainly Shia, and local volunteers, usually Sunnis, all trying to get involved, sometimes with different ways of doing things.
Thank you for your service, for volunteering.
These 200 volunteers have now been pulled off the streets by the Iraqi government after a shooting incident. Like the rest of Iraq, JSSs are a work in progress. There is no Christmas miracle. At this point, everyone's learned not to expect one. Jeff Glore, CBS News, Baghdad.
And members of Iraq's Christian minority turned out for Christmas services in numbers they couldn't have dreamt of last year. Thousands took advantage of the lull in violence and their newfound optimism to pack Baghdad churches. In a country of 26 million, fewer than 1 million are Christian. And in the Holy Land, relative calm has led to a huge increase in the number of religious pilgrims this year. They flocked to Bethlehem, the traditional birthplace of Jesus. Hundreds attended Christmas Mass this morning at the Church of the Nativity. At the Vatican, Pope Benedict XVI appealed for peace in his traditional Christmas message to the city and the world. Benedict blessed the thousands of people gathered in St. Peter's Square and urged leaders to have the wisdom and courage to end the violence in the Middle East, Darfur, Congo, Afghanistan, and Iraq. And more than 200 U.S. troops serving in Iraq and Afghanistan arrived home today, just in time for Christmas dinner. The servicemen and women got a hero's welcome at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. Most will be on leave for 2 weeks before being sent back to duty overseas. And there's another Christmas homecoming ahead. A family makes up for lost time while Dad was serving his country. But up next, our Campaign 08 notebook and why the Iowa caucuses could be decided by a bunch of college kids who don't even live there. To presidential politics now. We are just 9 days away from the first votes that count the Iowa caucuses, with the New Hampshire primary just 5 days after that. Tonight, we want to get you up to date on where things stand. And for that, we open up our CBS News Campaign 08 notebook. And for the Democrats, Iowa is shaping up as a three-way race. The latest poll gives Hillary Clinton a slight lead over Barack Obama and John Edwards, but all three are within the 4-point margin of error. On the Republican side, Mike Huckabee is now the clear frontrunner ahead of Mitt Romney and Fred Thompson. The story in New Hampshire is John McCain's resurgence. A University of New Hampshire poll puts him within striking distance of frontrunner Mitt Romney on the Republican side. That same poll puts Barack Obama slightly ahead of Clinton among Democrats, though other polls put Clinton in the lead. Nationally, Clinton is the clear frontrunner, 29 points ahead of Obama, with Edwards a distant third. For the Republicans, Rudy Giuliani, Mike Huckabee, and John McCain are now battling for frontrunner status, with Mitt Romney in fourth place. Getting back to Iowa, since only 1 in 10 Iowans actually take part in the caucuses, ultimately it's the candidate who can get supporters to actually show up who has the best chance to win. So the hunt is on, and college students are being targeted no matter where they're from. Here's Dean Reynolds.
They could be the wild cards in this race. Out-of-state college students intent on caucusing for their candidates, just like full-time Iowa residents. Anybody have a problem with that?
Older Iowans who have caucused many times before, resent the idea that a college student who's only spent 1 semester in Iowa but who lives in Illinois has the same right to caucus as they do.
At Cornell College in Mount Vernon, Iowa, junior Hank Brand sees nothing wrong with caucusing in Iowa, even though he's from Wisconsin.
We are residents of Iowa 9 months of the year.
The resources coveted by all the campaigns.
Who's been most active?
Oh, I would say Obama, for sure.
And that's causing some distress among rivals.
Thank you all.
Hillary Clinton's campaign has complained that Barack Obama is going to populate their caucuses with a lot of out-of-state college students.
Don't let somebody tell you that you are not part of this process because your future is at stake.
Because the caucuses are January 3rd, the earliest ever, most students will be on winter break. Out-of-staters will be, well, out of state. No problem, the Obama campaign will drive them back if need be.
They're helping me organize a ride to come back to campus.
Other campaigns in other cycles have tried to woo the out-of-staters, but historically they've had little impact. This race is so close, though, that their presence may be felt more than ever.
It could mean that the people of Iowa will not have as much say in the outcome here, and that the key to victory may well be in the hands of young people who just happen to be in the right place at the right time. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Guttenberg, Iowa.
When we come back this Christmas evening, the two-front war. While Dad was serving in Iraq, Mom was fighting her own battles at home. For an Army family, it was the one gift they'd been hoping for, a Christmas homecoming. For the past year, we've been following the Stegmans, an Illinois family whose dad had to serve on the ground in Iraq. While he was there, the rest of the family learned to cover new ground on the home front. As Cynthia Bowers tells us, they're now catching up on all they missed.
When Jeff Stegman walked off a plane and into the eager arms of daughters Ashley and Annika and wife Kim, family life, after a year on hold, began again.
Hi, sweetie.
This joyous reunion a far cry from the couple's heart-wrenching goodbye last December. Jeff, an engineer at Caterpillar in the Army Reserves, shipped out with less than 2 weeks' notice.
It really didn't even sink in until I was actually flying over Iraq, and I was like, wow, this whole thing's happening.
Do you need a hug? It's been
He worried about leaving Kim in a new house, in a new town with 2 little girls, afraid and all alone.
It's loss. You know, my girls have lost their father for a year, and I'm without my husband for a year.
But the couple had no choice, and over the next 12 months, separated by 7,000 miles, they fought their own, very different battles. At Camp Anaconda in Balad, Iraq, Jeff put in 15-hour days.
Putting
special doors on Humvees to protect them from IEDs. We call it Frag 5.
Back home in Illinois, Kim was never really off the clock, trying to parent a 1- and 3-year-old.
There's Daddy.
Hoping they didn't forget Daddy, doing her job and his.
Well, you had to take over everything.
Yes, oh, everything, the bills, every responsibility in the house. I was totally lost. I was walking around in a daze, thinking, how am I going to get through this? I just knew that I had to do it, and I did it.
Last March, with the help of the Army, we were able to show Kim and the girls a video of Jeff.
There's Daddy!
This year, they have the real thing.
Hand it to you.
Oh, thank you.
And are finding out, despite a year in a war zone, he changed a lot less than they did.
The younger daughter is talking now. You know, when I left, she couldn't even walk.
Annika is 4 going on 18.
You hang it. No.
As for Kim, Jeff may have been the boss in Balad, but he's not the boss at home.
She's definitely a lot more independent. She doesn't need me as much right now is the way I look at it.
I guess there have to be shaky moments. So wait a minute, you know, this is my family. I've been taking care of them.
Well,
yeah, we've had
a few
those
discussions
already. Yeah.
What hasn't been discussed, except by Annika, is the possibility Jeff could go back.
She said, well, when you go back, then let's do it. They had a chain for me that they counted down weeks. She said, then we're going to put the chain back up.
For now, though, they're celebrating a very special Christmas with Daddy.
When he put his arms around me for the first time again, it was just, I feel safe. So that's...
For the first time in a year.
For the first time in a year, yeah. Yeah, because my favorite place was in his arms.
There you go, you did it.
Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Dunlap, Illinois.
And we'll be back. We hope you're enjoying a wonderful Christmas with your family tonight. Before we leave, we want to thank all the people who make this broadcast possible. From all of us at CBS News and for Katie Couric, I'm Russ Mitchell. Merry Christmas.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com.